we get together again. So, Joyce, did you want to
Oh.
unmute?
We are glad to see you tonight.
Awesome. All right. Fun. So another thing you can add to your weekly warm-ups. And
I
so
think
one of the
Helene
things,
should sing hers.
huh?
Helene needs to sing hers.
No, mine is just a comment.
I need a way more time to
Way,
Yes.
way more time.
Okay, so one of the things that came up in way early on in one of our, thank you guys for playing along. It came up early on was talking about how Sweet Adelines don't talk like real music terminology, and we should. Like, why do we use dynamics as 1 to 5 instead of, you know, like using real terms? And so I just had this idea today to do a little music trivia quiz. And so I'm going to give you, there's a few questions, and you can just jot down your answer. And then we'll let you self-grade whether you got it right. So can y'all see this? Number 1. Music trivia number 1. Y'all see that? Presto,
Yes.
allegro. These terms, amongst many others, relate to what property of music? The key signature, the dynamics, or the tempo? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, does anybody know the answer?
Tempo.
What would it be? Who's got it?
That would be
Me.
Tempo.
oh.
C is tempo. Oops. Okay, how do I? Tempo. And actually, it's kind of fun. Tempo is the Italian word for time. In the context of music, determines the speed at which a piece is performed. Many different tempi. I didn't know tempi was the. I learned something new. Tempi, the plural of tempo, exists to suit the type of music being played. For instance, andante. Use that as a rough speed that you're walking. Allegro is a livelier, more upbeat pace. So what would, these are bonus prize questions. What would presto be?
Very fast.
Quickly.
Quickly. Very fast. Yep.
Mhm.
What about largo?
Slowly.
Oh.
Slower.
Very
and
slow.
more
All right, you
magical.
guys have got it. Number 2, most notations for piano music are in Italian, and that even includes the word piano itself. What does piano translate to in English? Does piano mean speed, loud, or soft?
Soft.
I would say loud.
No, it's soft.
It's soft, like pianissimo.
Soft? The answer
Yep,
is
soft.
soft. When Bartolomeo Cristofori built the very first instrument in 1700, he named it Un Cembalo di Capresso di Piano e Forte, which is quite a mouthful. The literal translation is a keyboard of Cyprus with soft and loud, which was shortened to pianoforte or soft to loud. So therefore piano means soft. And we will talk about that later when we look at our music, because that is actually notated in Thank You for the Music. Number 3, can be described as a combination of notes in a pleasing sequence. How many notes are there in a heptatonic scale, which is a traditional scale of Western music?
Does that include sharps and flats?
It's the
Or
heptatonic
just the
scale.
basic?
Does the heptatonic scale include sharps and flats? That's a very good question.
Is
I would say C.
C.
12?
see.
I would
That means 7.
And
I was gonna
any
say
English
hepta,
English
seven.
majors, any English majors out there that know what the prefix hepta
That
is?
8.
Octa is 8.
Okay.
Hepta is
7, I
7.
thought.
Hepta is 7, exactly. So the heptatonic or diatonic scale is just the basic C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Just all of, if you're just looking at the C scale, it's all the white keys. So that's what they just call the heptatonic or the diatonic scale, just the standard scale, like what we just did in the warm-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what they call the heptatonic scale. Now the pentatonic scale, anybody know what that is? Oh, my battery's running low here.
You have the answer. No.
Yeah, the answer's right there.
Yeah, so the heptatonic scale are just the 5 notes that's based on the black
The
keys
white,
on.
the white
So there you
keys,
go.
and the pentatonic is the black keys.
So it's just the black notes, and if you notice, you'll hear that a lot in different styles of music, like Oriental or sorry, I can't do this. I can't watch it.
Oh, bagpipes. Bagpipes?
You hear that? Amazing Grace was written just with the black keys.
Bagpipes, yeah.
Interesting. So that's a good something for you to look up sometime why that happened that way. So now the chromatic scale, which I think is what Linda was alluding to, the chromatic scale is when you use all the black and white keys. So that's what Mary had a little lamb. No, I don't. My keyboard doesn't go that fast. So it's like up a little half step, and that's called the chromatic scale. So, interesting. Last one, because I found this I just added this in because this is in the musical terms that we're going to talk about in a minute. Legato. Does that mean slurred, connected, smooth, or D, all of the above?
D.
B. Smooth.
Pretty smart people here. So it is all of the above. Legato indicates that musical notes are played or sung smoothly and connected. Do we do that a lot in Sweet Adelines? I hope so. That is, the player makes the transition from note to note with no intervening silence. Legato technique is required for slurred performance, but unlike slurring, legato does not forbid rearticulation. I thought that was interesting. So that even though we're going from note to note without a space, but you can na 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 na. You can there's a certain you got delineation between each of the notes without na. You're not just slurring between each one. There's a articulation between each one, but it's done without any intervening silence. Who knew?
What is slurring? That's not familiar to me.
What is what?
Slurring.
Slurring? Slurring is when you just
Stretch it out.
slide. It's like sliding from note to note, which occasionally we are allowed to do, but not, we talked about scooping is, normally in our art, in this art form, we don't do, but like if you slurring would be like the same as a sliding from note to note.
Okay. Or a swipe.
It would be like scooping from note to note,
Like a scoop, yeah.
like a lot of soloists do.
But when you're doing barbershop, probably not so good. Okay. Well, we won't ask who won, but it wasn't a competition, but anybody get all 4 of them?
I didn't get the last one as all of the above because I didn't really understand what slurring is.
Blurring, yeah, that was a different term for it. We wouldn't use slurring, we would use sliding. Yeah. But when you look at our thank you for the music, you were asking for the breaths. I would just go with a breathing pattern that he has really well laid out here. So if you want to mark these on your music, so I say breath. So you'll just, we would, I don't have a good. So I say breath. You notice, you think this sets up to sing louder, but it fools you. A clean, medium, soft volume and legato. You put it right in there. Thank you for the music, breath. You see those rest marks there? What are those? Eighth, quarter note, not quarter note. Those are eighth note rests. So I'd have to.
They look like little commas.
Yeah, they look. Yeah.
If you
that's
enlarge
eighth
it,
note.
yeah, if you enlarge it on your screen, you can see it's like an eighth note.
Yeah. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm drawing there? And you really don't need it there, but it's there. That breath is there for emphasis. So thank you for the music, breath, the songs I'm singing. And you see all these little, everybody gets a breath there. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who with no breath. See how good I am with my little cursor. Woo, not bad. Bringing, who could live without it? Breath. Ooh, not too short, so don't cut it off before that breath. Who could live without it? I ask with all honesty, breath. What would life be? No breath. Without it, that's how I mark my music. If I say no breath there, keep holding it. Without a song or a dance, what are we? Breath. So I say no breath. Keep going. Thank you for the music. Breath. Some of us are a little bit longer. These are quarter note and those are eighth note because the lead has to jump back in first. They get a quicker, shorter breath for giving it to me. And here we go, breath times 3. That means tenors get a breath and these guys get a, bottom notes get a breath, but the lead just keeps on hanging and sneaking till the end. And if you look down here, MP, what does that mean?
Mezzo piano.
Mezzo piano, and we know piano means
Soft.
soft.
Medium soft.
So exactly, is that M, mezzo, moderately or medium? Yeah, so you know, Larry's using some real terminology here.
Are we, I had gone through like, yeah, this breath plan on the music. I mean, some of those breaths are really, really short to if we're going to really time it with the learning track. Are we trying to just completely sync it with the learning track? Is that the plan? Or
Yeah, I think so. You know, instead of getting all confused with the learning track, you know, I can see why he's doing it the way he is on the learning track, and just it's a little bit different than we may have sung it in the past. But I think it works. So when you make your recordings, which I hope everybody is doing, the other thing that I noticed when I was actually looking at this is that the tenor doesn't have the melody all the way through. Man.
No.
So I say, thank you for the music. And then the melody goes down here. The songs I'm
I'm
singing. Oh, dang it, the lead has it there. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. And then back to the tenor. Who could live without it? Oh, dang it. I ask in honesty. Well, I wondered why we went below the leads there. What would life be? That's all lead melody. Dang it. I thought the tenors had it all the way through. And then the tenors get it again. Without a song or dance, what are we? Then the leads. So I say. Then back to the tenors. Thank you for the music. Then back to the leads. For giving it to.
It says there's a breath between it and two.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Other breath
Otherwise, the
there.
leads are going to go into cardiac arrest.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a breath there too. That I got a lot of space. And
Yeah,
then
because sadly on the
like
song,
where
I'm
it-
definitely still struggling with air on a couple of parts.
What was that?
I said, sadly on this brief, short song, I'm still struggling for air.
Yeah, I figured the more breaths, the better for. for
Well, and
her.
when he does say breaths on a couple parts, it's like, I think it's maybe a quarter of a second. Like it's such a fast breath. Anyway, I'm trying to sync with the learning track, and I'm definitely like hitting it when they hit it at the beginning. Just making that synced is really hard for me. Anyway,
It's hard, like especially this one here. That what are we? So I say that one always feels a little bit out of sync. So just do your best when you're making the recording to stick with him, because that's all we have to go with right now. So yeah, and when you get down to melody, who's got the melody and the tag, this thanks for all the joyful music and for giving it to me. I'm not going to worry about it at that point. So I'm not going to go too crazy about it there. Okay. Any questions about that? Get rid of this before I make any more fun.
Donna, what are those little commas officially called?
breath
Rest
marks.
notes.
What are they?
You cut.
Rest
sorry, you cut
notes.
Okay.
They're breath marks.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Did you get your who was that answered?
The little commas are officially called rest notes
Rest
Comment.
marks.
or rest marks. Not notes, marks.
Yeah.
These little guys.
They just call them rests, actually.
They're in
Yeah.
music notation. They're an 8th-note rest, but that means you
Okay.
get a quick.
It's not a rest, it's an actual breath mark. A rest is notated differently.
Yeah, it wouldn't be written on all 4 staffs, but yeah, but that's a.
That's
8th-note.
true. That's true. Yeah.
There would just be one, in the staff that, yeah. So that's how he delineates that as like, here, 3 people get a breath, but the lead doesn't, so.
So in measure 104, there are some actual rest marks there. What they call a rest in actual music
Yeah, so
notation.
these are,
Yes.
yeah, these are quarter note rests, because we get all the way from this note to that note is equal to a quarter note, quarter timing. But since they have to jump back in here on this 8th note.
Oh, I see.
an 8th
okay.
here.
Gotcha.
And notice there's only one breath mark in there.
Right,
Because-
because of the leads.
Because
That's
we're
Rest
only,
the rest.
because we, I'm sorry, because we have a shorter one because we have to jump in for 4.
right.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So before
Is it
we get
Jade-
into any other questions about that, or
Is Jade, you want our recordings by Friday or Saturday? Saturday?
She wants us at her house, doesn't she?
No, that's the 19th. I'm talking about the recording she wanted on the 13th.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's-
but I'm gonna make it all due by the 19th, just because I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it before the weekend anyway, so it's okay. We have a
Okay.
little more time.
What? Sorry, I missed that.
Just,
Okay.
you want just an audio recording, Jade?
Yes, but I think, are we giving the audio recordings to our section leaders first and then they'll send them to me, or how do you want to do that?
I mean, that's probably a good idea. Let's just, take a quick look at it. And if there's anything blatant, then, we can just say, hey, try it again. Work on this, try to fix this note. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but yeah, so get your recording, send it to your section leader, and then we'll get it to Jade over the weekend. And
Jade, are you are you worried about syncing issues? Like say it's all word and note perfect, but syncing wise, it's not on.
That would be a challenge. I'd like to have it as clean as I can. So, if it's just like a hair early or late, I might be able to push it, or, so it's not obvious, but I'd like not to have to do that cleanup work if possible. But I know it's tricky to try to get everybody in sync with the recording.
Well, and I'm thinking that even if, like, say a section leader clears it, if it gets to you and you're like, oh, the timing on this isn't working, you might need a re-recording just from a time issue. Right?
I'll once the section leader clears it, I'll do my best with it. And if I get everybody together and I hear something, I could probably fix little things I can hear. Just depends on how crazy it is, but I would say if it sounds good to you guys, the section leaders, go ahead and send it to me.
Yeah, I know I've been working on it and I'm concerned with the sync just because it's not like singing with live. I don't know. I've been struggling with syncing it like perfectly anyway.
yeah.
Well, what I would tell you guys is I can always, just keep singing through it. So if like you miss your pickup or I don't know, whatever it is, just come in when you're, get it back on, because I can drop you out or bring you back in and it might not be noticeable in the group.
Okay.
And then we can all listen to it and go, oh, if we all hear something, I'll probably show it to the section leaders first. And if you guys hear something, then we can address it and fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. Just listening to the audio, it's going to be hard to hear the sync because you're not really hearing the track. But you know what? At this point, I'm not looking for perfection. I think we're our worst critics, and yes, we want to strive for perfection, but the main thing is us to get something submitted, and this kind of I just wanted to show you something I was just playing with over the weekend. Michael was out of town. I was supposed to be working on my taxes, but I decided to get digital prints of the poster that we had from the very first contest that we did. And this is Northern Gateway Chorus, very first, 1981.
Donna, we can't see it.
You can't see it?
No.
I didn't, wait a minute. I didn't
available.
share. Thank you. Stop share. I didn't do my second screen. Rose again. You think I know this by now. Screen 2. But I got the audio. There we are. Now. This is Mary Poppins medley. And Mary Poppins medley. This was our director who started Northern Gateway, Joanne Neff, a beautiful tenor. Oh my gosh. And this was her sister singing baritone in the front row. And let's see, is that Joyce?
That's Joycey.
And this is Donna, who had just joined as they were chartering. And this is me. I think I started out as a tenor or baritone. I don't remember.
Tenor.
I think we're the only ones there. And then we fast forward to, oh, come on. Then we did what is this stupid setup professional audio? I don't know what that is. Anyway, 1982, we did an Al Jolson medley, which I guess you can't do anymore, but I think this is Joyce in the front row. And oh my gosh, Donna right there in the front row. We were talking about costumes. All of these sequins were individual hand sewn in because Virginia Folioso, who is here somewhere, was our costume chairman, and she didn't like it with all of the sewing holes in it. So you had to hand sew them in each of the little holes so that they look
she's third from the left.
Third from the left. Oh, there she is. That woman sewed more sequins than anybody should ever in their life. And then we did Blackbird. We had these black thingies hanging from so when we lifted our arms, you could see the Blackbird. And I have no idea where I am in here. Joyce is.
Oh, let's see.
In the front row again. I got moved to the second row, I guess. Yeah, and then we did a new costume every year. Oh my gosh, Donna got back in the front row again. I don't know how that happened. And Joyce in the front row. We did some kind of, what songs did we do? Something sailing. I don't remember. And then Alice came along, and somehow Joanne was singing while Alice was directing. I don't remember how that happened, but yep. And so we did a redo of the Blackbird costumes, and then we did another redo of the Blackbird costumes. Look at Joyce looking all chorus line there in the front row. I'm in there somewhere, I don't know, a long time ago. And I took a break, had a baby and a divorce, and my life got a little complicated. So Joyce stepped in and she directed for a while. And so there's Joyce, and then look at these sequins there. That's pretty sexy. Look at the fishnets hanging out. Oh my gosh, look at that.
We were always known for our
oh my gosh, look at that one.
This costume had a breakaway collar, and we flipped it and it became a whole different costume.
That one did? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And then look at all that fuzz and feathers and
that was the trolley. We sang Clang, Clang, Clang with the trolley.
And
then I think our other song was What Do I Do? I'm not sure.
Nice. And then, oops, we got to 91.
That was a fun costume too.
and you were directing there, Joyce? That was you?
Yep.
I was trying to think who's directing.
Yep.
That was Joyce directing there. And then this is just a bad dress rehearsal. I mean, I'd like to get a better picture of this one. This is Alice directing again? Who's
yep.
Or was that you directing?
No,
Alice
that was
Alice.
And
I think I remember some of those costumes in the shed when I started cleaning it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. these now from about this point on.
Yep. And then Alice is back out of retirement. We drug her out again. These were pretty fancy. And I think this is about, I can't remember if I'm in this one or if I came back in 94. Anyway, they got pretty fancy. You talk about the gold.
Oh, this is my first year.
Oh, Donna, that's that big container of gold, those gold skirt things you were talking about.
Yes.
Yep. It was red on the outside, and then halfway through we flipped them and they became gold. So, and actually, Helene, if any of you have, when I start going through this, your very first competition.
I have Donna Moore. I have your joining date, November 94.
Yeah, so 95. Yes,
and Donna Lorenz.
My first one. I think this was me singing baritone right in front of Roby. I just remember she was like, I couldn't hear a thing. She was such a booming baritone voice. And that's when I decided, okay, I'm not a baritone anymore. And I went back to tenor. So, and that is Donna Lorenz's first competition? Or was it after this?
Well, the record shows that Donna Lorenz joining year is 2001. Is that incorrect? Donna?
Wait.
Can you hear me, Donna?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, well, what was your question?
Well, on the record, it shows that your joining date was 2001.
Yeah, that's totally, my records are totally screwed up, totally.
Okay, so when did you join?
I joined in March of 1995. And then I dropped out for 16 months. And see, when I rejoined, it totally got screwed up.
Oh.
It's totally screwed up.
So
but I can tell you, I can tell you.
Were you
about,
in here, Donna?
Yes, I am. I'm on the 4th row on the other side.
Oh,
you see me? Right there.
You are, yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I think I didn't get credit for my first 7 years either, because when you dropped and then you came back and you got a new number and,
I got the same number, but the dates are just all screwed up.
Yep.
You'll have to go file an appeal or something.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's a way you can do it. So there's Joyce in the back row.
And there I am in the back row. I'm in the back row from now on, I think.
The
Except
rest
for
of your
one.
life, yeah.
Oh, you're in the front row, Donna.
Is that me in the front row?
Yeah, that's you.
There's Anita Mae.
Gladys. Gladys, yeah. Look at that one.
No, you know who that looks like? That looks like Charlie. That didn't look like Donna.
Oh my.
Yep, that's getting pretty fancy. That was pretty fun. A red sleeve and a black sleeve. So when you turned, you looked red, and you turned, you looked black. That was pretty fun. And then JP came along.
Oh my, Debbie's.
This is the one and only year I was in the front row.
You were, oh my gosh, you were in the front row.
Yeah, one time.
Yep. So we got these fancy appliques. Da-da-da. There I am, top right corner. I hate that position, by the way. JP up, yeah, got top right corner again. Hate that. And I forget what was going on with Mary.
That's my first year.
Stop me if anybody has their first competition in
See?
here.
I'm over here. You missed me.
Lisa?
Well, there I am, but I was in the other
Where
two
did you?
as well.
She joined in 2000, Lisa did.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Kathy Heddick too on that one.
Yeah, and Kathy Heddick
Where?
joined.
There's Lisa.
2002 is Lisa. I don't know
No,
how to get this.
2000.
2000. When we started wearing the blue costumes, got to go back farther.
And
Oh,
Joyce.
There's Marilyn too.
appliques that I just sold.
Isn't that Marilyn next to Lisa?
So 2000 is Lisa.
Yes, both Kathy and Lisa joined
Here I
in
am
2000.
And Marilyn's in there
in
too.
kind of the second. Yeah, that's me.
I see Marilyn. She's on the right side.
Oh, there's Lisa. Yeah.
And I see
And
Lisa.
there's Lisa.
Mhm.
Yeah, Marilyn's red hair sticks out.
Yeah.
What color was Kathy Heddick's hair? I still can't see Kathy.
Kathy Heddick.
Yeah.
It's
She's
dark.
not in there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she joined in 2000, but it was September.
Oh,
Oh, so Kathy Heddick would have been.
But we won
next
first
year.
place chorus that year. First year.
Oh, there's Kathy Heddick right there.
oh yeah, I see her. Her
On
hair
the-
was red. Okay.
There she is. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, who's the next one to join?
Hey, Joyce,
2004,
JP left in.
Terry.
JP left and Joyce took over again. There's Joyce. Me front row and center. I don't know how that happened.
I see Terry.
No,
Where?
in 2004 is
left?
what I have.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
2004
there she is.
Terry. Look at Linda Prouty, so sweet.
It's Connie.
Yeah, she
Can I
was having
see
a blood
Connie?
sugar low, like right before we went on stage. I was holding her up the whole time. That was scary.
Who was that?
What was her name? Oh my gosh. I forget her name. She crashed her blood sugar like before we went on stage, and like we carried her through the pattern.
Looks kind of like Norma, but I don't think that's Norma.
There's
No,
Karen.
it wasn't Norma.
Karen and Connie.
There's Terry.
Where's Terry?
Right.
Oh,
right
there. Okay.
Yeah. Right behind me. Right.
And Karen.
Yeah, and Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa.
And Kathy Heddick and Lisa.
Yep, I think all the rest of us are in here for the count. So there's me directing. How did that happen?
Those are cute.
I know, I like it.
We were
Oh,
like
let's tell her the story about that.
Rosie
we
the
had,
Riveter.
Our costume.
Yeah, well, it was a costume failure, and at retreat, the costume that they were working on, our coach said, no way, and you got to do something else. So between retreat and we said we have to do something else, and we were doing if he could fight like he could love or something like that. It was like a World War II package, and so we did more like a Rosie the Riveter thing. And so, and actually we wore it for 2 years. So it was fun. And
Yeah, I remember getting like this little extra hairpiece thing to put to add up on the top.
yeah, because we had to have our ponytails. Yeah, then there was a green lingerie. We won't talk about that one.
That's the year I didn't sing.
And then we did like wear your own black with a scarf. That was,
Patty's in there now.
Yeah, there's Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Martha sang with us.
Something like that in Ecuador.
Oh yeah, Martha.
Oh yeah, Martha's there.
She wasn't directing yet, but remember, she sang with us.
That's the year I think that I
our
was
lead
singing and Martha sang with you.
Yeah, and of course the judge's comment was individual voices sticking out, and I'm like, you think? Oh, I didn't see that coming. But we got through competition. Is either that or we weren't going to go. So she coached us, and then she hopped on stage and sang. So bless her heart. And then we did the red.
I just found those earrings in my chorus stuff when I was trying to find all my chorus stuff.
Yeah, I've got them there somewhere too. And we were on the pirate theme, and so we took Johnny Depp on stage with us. That was pretty fun. Anybody else new joining along this way? No?
Yeah, Laverne's up there.
Yeah, Laverne's there, and
2011. Okay.
Johnny Depp, and then it was like, then we became song. So who was the next one to join? This is, oh, I don't have the year. This is 2013. And then we qualified to go to Hawaii. There we are on the international stage. And Kelsey came with us. Here we are wearing the gold ones again. And then purple.
Mm.
Who do we have that didn't join us? When did
there's Joelle.
Oh yeah, there's Joelle and Martha. And
I saw Helene back a couple there. Yeah.
One Martha. The other Martha.
Well,
there's Helene.
Joelle, what year did you join?
I think this is my first year.
Yeah, you joined in
Helene.
February of 2015.
Yeah.
And then Helene,
I joined in February of 2012.
Oh, so we missed Helene's first competition.
It was there. I was there.
Sorry, didn't call yourself out.
There. Right there. Yep.
Oh.
In front of Martha. Front row.
Front row.
Yeah,
Oh, right
right
there.
there.
Yep, right there.
I love that gold, but it just looked green on stage. So we're going to sell them. We'll talk about that later. And then more purple. Look at Joelle. More purple. When did Sarah join?
Sarah joined in this year and Linda did.
In 17?
I was not in that.
Yeah, but I did not participate.
Late in the year.
Until 18.
And then in 18, Susan joined.
Did you
But she
that?
wasn't at this competition because that was the only one I was at.
I'm in the second to last row on the right side.
Oh, there you are.
I'm in that one too.
Where are you, Carol?
Up
The
on
top.
top, next to Donna.
Oh yeah, right.
Right there.
I look like a horse.
Oh yeah, you do. You look like a horse.
There we are, Sarah down the front row.
Oh, I think that's my first year. Is that right? Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, Jade joined in 19. Yep.
Is that Jade in here?
Back row.
Back row.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
With the doctor shoes.
And then 2020 happened. And now we have us. So.
Aww.
I'm gonna have to give you another updated picture pretty soon. I'm almost there. Almost growing out.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun to just kind of put it all in order and go, oh my gosh, that was quite a walk down memory lane to
It
see.
was, yeah.
I couldn't even find myself in some of those pictures. I was like, I don't even